Drew, what was your initial reaction to joining the Mets organization and the trade?
Yeah, obviously, you're a little surprised. I think, it's always a possibility because at the end of the day, professional baseball is what you sign up for. So, there's always a potential that it happens. But, I had seen all the rumors and whatnot, but for it to actually happen, it's pretty exciting.
For people who are still trying to figure you out and get to know you, can you please just describe your game and what are some of your strengths that you bring to the field?
Yeah, I don't necessarily like to, I like to let others kind of critique, my strengths and whatnot. But for me, I take pride in coming to the field every day. I want to win. That's really the only thing I care about. I think everything else kind of takes care of itself at the end of the day. I've won my whole life, and I hope to bring a World Series to the Mets someday.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure they'll love to hear that. Can you just talk a little bit about if you have any big influences as far as your game is concerned? Are there any current players that you try to model your game after at all?
Yeah, I wouldn't say I necessarily try to model my game after anyone specifically. I think there's just so many great players in the game right now, and you try to take, something from, each one of them. And, I know growing up I was always a Twins fan, so like Joe Mauer, Michael Kadire, and Justin Verlander, I used to love those guys. But as far as, kind of who I try to emulate, I don't really have anyone specific. I'm also not the biggest guy, so it's not as easy to find as many guys like me, but no, there's so many great players out there.
Yeah.
So.
All right, a couple months left in the season. Are there any things that you want to improve on for the rest of the season, or is there anything specifically that you're working on right now?
Yeah, I think, I guess when you get asked that question, for me, it's always like, I think you're working on everything, no matter what, because I think the second you think, I got this figured out, or, I'm, really good at defense, I don't need to get any better. I think that's, I don't want to say it's when, people pass you up, but that's what happens. So I think you're just trying to improve everything, because, at the end of the day, I'm not where I want to be yet, and, I think I'll never be where I want to be. So, we're trying to get better every single day at everything, so nothing specific, I guess.
Yeah, I want to ask you a little bit about a couple of your teammates, Luisangel to start. Mm-hmm. What are your initial impressions of him so far, getting to know him, getting to see him out on the field?
Yeah, I was actually, I had played against him about a month ago. We were both, I guess, with our old teams. We played each other in the Texas League. He's a pretty exciting player. He's fast. He's just someone that just stands out, impacts the game on the bases, defensively, obviously at the plate. He's a good teammate, too. So it's been fun to be around these new guys.
So you and Blade Tidwell played together in college. Just giving some perspective here, what were those conversations like when you found out that you'd be playing together with each other again? And also, did you have any conversations while you were in college about, your journey or your paths to the big leagues? Yeah,
that's, to answer your last question there, I think that's something, we had talked about since, I guess, he got to campus because he got there a year after me. I think we both have had the same goals ever since we were younger, and that became pretty clear, pretty early. As far as conversations kind of leading up to the trade, I think I had texted him a little bit before just because, like I said, you see all the rumors, whether, you admit it or not, and, just kind of messing around. But, when it actually happened, he called me pretty quickly after. So, it was pretty cool, and it's good to be back with him.
Yeah, the boys are back together.
Yeah,
Love
so.
it. All right, thank you so much, Drew.
Yeah, thank you.